Hi everyone, welcome back to depression-youarenot-alone.com. To my left is Shannon.
Hi.
And our producer John, behind the camera.
I'm not behind the camera.
And my name is Lou. Well, you're not on top of it.
You're
so
Lou? Are you Lou?
The reason we're doing this episode today, I just recently saw a video of someone preaching of forgetting things, to erase things from your mind that were unpleasant, things that happened in your past, to just erase them as if they never existed, never happened. Now, to me on paper, that sounds awesome. If we could do that, right? We forget things, memories that were not pleasant, never happened. I've deleted them. I went to my computer and I hit delete. Went to files, delete, that file is gone. I will tell you why I don't see that as the correct thing to tell people.
Please, yeah.
Well, because in my book, whoever comes up with that's full of shit.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I see it as this way of telling people things they want to hear.
Yeah.
Now, I understand.
Grow up.
I understand what we do here sometimes. I know that because we've had people tell us what you're saying sometimes is hard. Yes, it's hard. Some things are hard. Some things are life and hard, or in life are hard.
A lot of things in life are hard.
And you know what? And oftentimes, life itself is hard.
Pretty much most of life is hard.
More often than not.
More often than not, yes, I concur.
What we like to do here is this. Not just say things. We've said this a million times, right? But give examples.
Oh, you always got to give examples.
Give examples.
Yeah.
I'll give you examples for me on a personal level.
Okay, hit it.
When a friend of mine says, hey Lou, they're hurting. My mom died. My dad died. I have those memories of when my parents passed away.
Oh, yeah.
They were hard. They were hurtful. Did I just wipe them out and forget them? No. Because you know what the advantage of me not doing that is? I have empathy for that person.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I know what I went through. I know the hurt. I know what it was like. So when my friend, or even if it's not a friend, is hurting and telling me I just lost a parent, or I lost a brother or a sister or whatever, I remember the hurt. So I don't play it off like, well, just get over it, you know, you'll be okay. No, I'm there for them because I remember what I went through. Memories.
And you can share those memories with
And
that person
share
to
them.
help them out.
Oh,
share
well,
them.
sharing them is a big point.
And talk about, it took a while, right?
Well,
It took a while to hurt, to get over it. Took a while.
Well,
and now you have credibility in your words.
but is it?
It takes a while to get over the hurt,
Of course it does.
but then you learn to live with it,
But when you meet those
which
people,
makes it easier.
Right, but what I'm
Yeah.
talking about is by remembering those memories that were not wonderful,
Yes.
you then understand and have empathy for someone who's now
Absolutely.
going through it for the first time.
And it's not just
Early for
It's
that.
not just a death. I mean, it could be a divorce, a breakup. It could be anything.
Anything.
Whatever the hurt is.
Lost a pet, whatever.
If you forget, we've said this, not us. This is old, right? If you forget history,
You're inclined to
you
repeat
tend
it.
to repeat it again. When you forget what you've been through and someone now needs you, you may have gone through that 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You forgot what that felt like. But if you remember, because we do have this ability, to keep the memories in our heads. We don't have to think about them all the time.
No.
They don't have to hound us, torture us. No, but they're there. They're there in a file. Let's use computer terms, right?
Basically,
it's a
that's what it
saved
is.
file.
It's a file.
You don't have to look at that file every day and bring yourself down every day. No. But you know what? When you have to look something up, it's in that file.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be when you look into that quote unquote file, it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, right?
No, that works with positives
You can
too,
pull
yeah,
out,
with everything.
except,
No, but when someone is telling others, not me, who were telling me because I was watching the video, but they were telling anyone watching that video. Keep your good memories, your bad
Oh, yeah,
memories,
yeah.
delete them as if
Okay,
they never
okay,
happened.
well then-
I'm sorry.
Then let me
I
chime
am
in.
sorry. That is wrong.
No, that is wrong.
Wrong.
You have to be
That's
able to
definitely wrong.
differentiate.
Absolutely
You
wrong.
have to be able, as a human being, a Pretty Bird, Birdie, I find it very healing to hear Pretty Bird because he wants to say something.
He wants to be a part-
communist.
He wants to be a part of our discussion. Pretty Bird. Pretty Bird, Pretty Bird. Anyway, the point here is you always, Pretty Bird, you always have a say. You always, you're remembering, like what you're talking about and everything. You can differentiate right from wrong. You can,
The important part of
can I say-
remembering is learning.
It's a good way to try.
Well,
it's a part of learning.
Hold.
You learn.
Try.
You learn from experience,
And
positive
okay,
and negative.
taking that full
You
effect.
you just said it.
Then
You just
try
said
to choose
it. Go ahead.
to choose your path, right? Because there's always going to be a fork in the
Okay,
road.
we're not talking about going forward. This
Well,
is not the
I
conversation we're
understand
having.
that.
We're talking
I
about going forward from having your past experiences still saved in your mind.
I understand that.
Because it's a clearer path forward
Yeah.
by remembering your path
But you
behind you.
gotta
And not only
start
that,
somewhere.
You learn from you might not have learned back then right away, but say you get 10, 20 years down the road, and you start remembering some of this stuff, and you go, oh, I could have done this differently.
Yeah,
Listen,
well,
and
I'll
learn
say
from
that.
your-
There are things, again, using examples, things we even consciously we don't think about. I've told this story, I think, one time before, maybe 2 years ago, where when I got my driver's license, our dad said to me,
Yeah. Now,
you now have a driver's license, you now can drive. Now you're going to start going out on dates. My dad told me, you respect the young ladies because one day you might have a daughter.
Yes, me.
Now, did that sink in?
Not at that
When I was
time, no,
16?
of course not. But it did, because
It
you're
was
talking about it
16.
now.
When
It
you're-
did eventually.
When you're 16, the natural thing to do is have your head entirely up your ass.
Yeah, of course.
Me,
Well, that's natural. Anybody.
It's called being
It's
young.
a teenager.
But guess what happened?
You remembered it.
I remembered
It
it.
was instilled
Yeah.
in your memory.
I remembered it. At the
Yeah.
time, I didn't go, oh, my dad just said this. Let me make sure I write this down.
No.
yeah, but don't forget,
It's not.
he had a way of saying things that, set aside for now, but you would remember it later on.
Well, because in my
Clearly.
in my belief too, in my humble opinion, I think a lot of people would agree with this. Back then, parenting was different than it is today.
Oh my God! Of course,
Okay,
I will
your
agree
kids,
with
your
you.
kids
I'm
respected
8
you.
years younger than
They
you.
listened to you, even if they didn't like what you were
whole
saying.
other-
They respected you. Today, kids will tell their parents to go to hell, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear your crap.
I agree.
Different time.
Totally
Can I
different.
Now, let me give other examples because, like I said, examples of remembering.
Pretty bird.
I've had the luxury, and so has John, of knowing people that are working class people, and you and I have also known multi-millionaires in businesses that we've been in.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
True story.
I also know this.
Pretty bird.
I know this as a fact, not as an opinion. People that are highly successful and millionaires, but when they were 17, 18, 19, were not.
Yeah.
They bartended. They
You
worked as
start from
servers in a
somewhere.
restaurant. They struggled.
You gotta start from
Okay,
somewhere.
can you please let me
Yeah,
can I,
go ahead.
can I please finish this sentence?
Well,
They struggled, right? They forgot that struggle they had when they were
Yeah,
working
yeah,
through college
yeah,
with
they do.
no money. They wanted to get a tip because they're working as a waitress or a waiter or a bartender. They're now multimillionaires.
Yeah.
They go to a restaurant. Guess what? They don't tip their servers.
Why?
They don't tip their bartender, or they under tip. Because you know what forgetting does? It makes you forget.
Where you
When
came
you
from.
were young and you had nothing, when you struggled, when you went to serve a table, and you were hoping you got a tip. Now you're extremely wealthy. You go to a restaurant and you barely tip that server serving you
No,
because you forgot.
Okay.
And you treat your employees like
No,
shit.
no.
No, but you forgot.
Now,
You forgot the struggle.
That's not
You
everybody,
forgot.
of course,
Of
because they're
nothing-
okay, making that
Nothing is
clear.
everybody.
No, because
Everybody.
there's a lot of other people that we know that are multimillionaires that don't do that.
And I know
There's-
people that are working class people that tip to you're like, wow. You know? Because they know
FYI,
they do it.
we
I
do
know
it.
people that tip, right, but we're not servers, we're living off of tips. But I know
That's
people,
true.
I know bartenders. I remember, folks, in case you forgot, I owned a bar.
Yeah, you should-
I
yeah.
know bartenders and waitresses that even if they're struggling at their job, when they go somewhere else, they tip well.
They
Why?
tip.
Because I want to be tipped in my job. So if I'm out as a customer now, I am going to take care of the person taking care of me.
Not only that, they can
That is
relate to those
That is
people.
absolutely relating, because remembering also is about relating.
Yeah.
If you remember your past, you remember your struggles, when someone approaches you with a similar struggle you had 5 years ago, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, you can now relate to them
Yeah.
because you remember. You remember the hurt. You remember the feelings. Because what we do here, if someone approaches me, Lou, I'm struggling with depression, man. I don't know what, this came out of nowhere. I'm not going to go, well, listen, just do this or do that. I'm going to remember too what I went through, so I have more empathy for that person. So, clearing your mind of your past, of unpleasant things, again, sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful.
But-
I have no bad memories, just great ones. It's not realistic.
That's not real.
As far
it's
as I'm
not
concerned,
reality.
that guy that did that video is full of shit.
It's
Jeremy.
talking, it's saying what people want to hear.
I would
It's saying
like
what
to
they
talk
think
about
people want to
something.
hear.
And I'm not here to say what people want to hear. This is about honesty.
Oh, I agree, and I want to talk
Honesty.
about honesty. I want to talk about something.
Okay, so
I
Shannon
would
has
like to
something.
monopolize the conversation because those of you that are loyal favorites.
Not only that, you pay us well so you can monopolize for 5 minutes.
Thank you. So, Mom, I don't talk about her much because it's tough, but any of you all that are going through a mother, a father, anybody, aunt, uncle, whatever, with Parkinson's, with Lewy body, is so, it's just crazy, right? I mean, Alzheimer's, whatever. I'm just gearing off of my mother, but it's all like very super sad. And then you kind of think about your genes, like is it passed on to our genes? Because some of it is genetic, some of it is not. And I hope, God, I hope it's not genetic for everybody else. But anyway. So my mother, just for all of you that follow our series here, is not doing well, but she's hanging in, right? So she has wasted away to about 88 pounds.
And you were recently there.
Oh yeah, I was just there. I
And
was just
she
there.
doesn't even know who you
No,
are.
she doesn't. Well, hold on. I'll tell my little quick story. I'll make it quick. But anyway, I saw her. She was 88 pounds. She was a 135-pound woman.
88 pounds?
She's 88 pounds.
Whoa.
Because she is not able to bathe herself. She can't get up. She can't do anything. Everything has to be done. My father does everything. Everything. He doesn't have to. The nurses at the assisted living can do it, but he will
But
not.
because your father's a good man.
No. My father's very.
Do you,
And he wants to take
He
care of
just has to get the job
Do you
done.
know how many people's sons and wives
Oh, they're-
would
yeah.
just dump them in the home?
They dump him in
And
the
just totally
home
ignore
and they
him.
let him go.
Your father's not like that.
No, my God. And he told me a story. I gotta tell the story real quick. I don't know how much time. How much time do we have?
We got
I don't know,
time.
but please
He
move it
told
along.
me a story. He goes, I'm not, because well, my father's very Catholic, extremely Catholic.
I'm
He
sorry.
told me, I jumped in this car one day and he told me a story, and you knew who it was. All he told me was, Shannon, He goes, I don't know. He goes, I feel like the guy that the big ball was going up the hill, going up the hill, going up the hill, going up the hill, and it wasn't getting up there. It was a big ball. It was from an ancient time, and you knew who it was. It was from the Bible. You knew who it was. Don't recall it. Sorry, I'm not Bible oriented. Is that good? I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody. I didn't. My sister knew who it was. My dad knew it was.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, he felt guilty for doing everything right. And I said, he felt guilty for doing everything right. He was taking care of Mom the best way he could, but he felt like he was not getting anywhere because whatever the Bible
Because
story.
that's how it is with this.
Well, he wants to go
struggle.
out right. Mom wants to go right. Anyway, she cannot walk. She cannot bathe. She cannot do anything.
Listen,
But-
don't get into all the details.
Okay, so
right now,
anyway,
because
long
your mom
story
is still
short,
here
all right,
and-
fair enough.
And your dad
Long
is
story
still
short, I got to
struggling.
say goodbye to my mother, which
Well-
was so incredible. Oh my God, I got to say goodbye to my mother. I did, and she didn't know who I was, but she did say, "I love you." That's all I wanted, and we
but
were
you-
done with that.
But see,
In that situation, you look at what your father's done.
Oh my God, everything.
There's a
everything.
good memory for you.
Oh, that was the best memory.
not only that, the man's a hero.
Yeah.
He's my hero. And John and I, as two adult men, because our parents had two sons, two of us. Our dad died like that, cranial hemorrhage. He was in a coma and passed away a week later. Our mom suffered for a week, from 6 months.
Liver cancer.
And Mom's.
Liver cancer. And John and I, as two men, bathed her, cleaned her, carried her to the bathroom. We did all those things, even when we had hospice, because you do the right thing,
Yeah,
the best
and
you can.
Dad's doing the right thing.
the best you can. At
It's
the
lingering.
end, you hope you did the best you can.
Of course.
And
And
no-
then what you have are doubts. I
You
could've done
always
better.
But in the end, no matter, if
You always
should've done-
have.
you do the right thing, in the end, your conscience is cleared.
No, and
I
and
feel
that's
that
what it's
way, and I think you feel that way as well.
But
right?
anybody,
Yeah.
the moral of the story is this: anybody with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, Lewy body, it's all
But
kind of in.
now, can I say this?
Yeah.
Based on the story you told. So, 6 months from now, year from now, 10 years from now, you meet someone or someone you know. Hey, my mom or my dad is going through this. You remember, even though those memories were not great memories, but you remember how you felt. You remember what your dad has gone through. You remember what your mom is going through. You'll have more empathy for someone else when you can remember.
Oh, you're damn right you will.
Okay?
You're damn right.
So for anybody pushing
You're
to
damn right.
delete bad memories, I don't know where you learned this.
No, you don't either. It's gross.
I don't know where you learned this to push this on other people, because you know what? We know where mistakes happen over and over and over and over is not remembering the mistakes that happened over and over and over and over before. Hi, welcome back everyone to depression-youarenot-alone.com. We had to take a short break because Shannon got a little emotional talking about her mom and her dad, and it's understandable. So, there's no reason for her to be, upset, doing this upset. But the reason we were talking about this, and she made a great point too, about, the experience with her parents, with her mom, her dad, and John and I had our experiences with our parents. And again, like I said, so if we have a friend, family member that now is going through something we went through before, we're going to have more empathy for them. Right? By remembering.
Yeah.
By remembering. Talk about, deleting the files because of computers. That's what people know, right? Delete the file, or save this file, or save as,
That's
whatever.
basically what your brain is, just a computer.
Yeah, and how about save as experience? Our brains have the ability to save information. Doesn't mean it has to be that file is open at all times, right?
No,
That file is not open at all times, those bad memories that we think about all the time, because that's not healthy.
Well, considering we only use, what, 10% of our brains?
Yeah, and having those bad memories are not healthy. Always there in our face.
Dwelling.
Always there, dwelling on
Dwelling
them.
on those bad memories.
No, for someone saying that, yes, I'm 100% in agreement. And looking forward, being positive, looking to the future, absolutely, of course. But anyone pushing to forget bad memories as if they never existed and move forward with your life. Really? That's good advice.
How can you move forward with your
That's good
life
advice.
when not remembering?
And not make the same mistakes.
Exactly.
And only that, be there for others because you have memories of what you went through and now they're going through it and you remember the hurt, you remember the pain. So now, are you going to be better to comfort them,
You would think.
to be there for them because you have experience, you know how it felt? Now you remember, their situation brought back your memories, now you remember how that felt. And it could be in anything. A friend of yours loses a job, they're bummed, they're this or that. You remember when you lost your job, how that felt. Memories matter.
Memories run your life.
We have the ability to store all that information, categorize it. Okay, I have these memories. They're not great memories, but I can still save them and I can use them again when I need them. Right? When I need them, I could use them.
Exactly.
I'm not using them day to day. Day to day. Day to day is I'm trying to be positive, trying to be positive, trying to be positive. But something comes up, I have those memories. Just like I said, like in business. You're successful now, but then you look back at all the mistakes you made before. You remember those mistakes so you don't make them again. That's how you became successful.
Although a lot of people that have become successful, they don't remember how they got there.
Right. Well, I already talked about that.
Yeah, we
where
talked
people
about
don't tip, and when they were struggling and young, and I already talked about that. But yeah, no, some people don't. That's the thing. Some people have the ability to delete memories. Some too when it's convenient.
Well, don't forget, some people are just plain assholes, in my book.
Yeah, you don't have to be negative Nancy all the time. Of course there are those people will always exist forever.
No, they're
until
never gonna
the
go
end
away.
of time.
Yeah.
And then there are people that are so compassionate and caring. They'll exist too until the end of time.
Well, you look at, for these people that are compassionate and caring, you go on YouTube, you look at all these people that are rescuing animals.
Well, you look on social media where we can attack social media for so many things, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But then you know what? You know who doesn't get any attention? Is those people that are kind.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't get attention. People
No.
that are controversial, attacking people, disliking everything they see. Those people get attention. Okay, but those people don't matter because you know what they are? They're poison. But having memories of things that were hurtful is beneficial as long as they don't control your life. I think we underestimate the power of our brains. We underestimate. Well, I can't think about that. I can't think. Yes, you don't have to think about it, but you can store it. Remember it. When necessary, that memory comes back.
Well, another thing is,
Where is, I don't understand this. We all know we don't use a majority of our brain power.
10%.
So why do we have to delete things that are unpleasant?
Well, another thing is, you got people that, okay, I can't put up with these memories. Okay, look at these memories as a third person. Bring them out.
And don't linger on them.
Look at them as a third person, so you're not getting affected, and learn from them. Don't linger on
Of
them.
course, because bad memories, and listen, if there are things we did wrong, we learned from those, right? But if things that happened, a death of a family member, or
That's
this or
something you
that,
can't control.
Not your fault.
Yeah.
Not your fault. Not something you want to think about all the time, because obviously when you lose someone you care about, your memory should be of the happy times, things that make you smile, things that make you laugh, things they said to you or situations that make you happy. That's what we should remember. But again, something comes up with someone else in our lives, we have those memories to then help them, to be empathetic, to not say this, get over it.
That's so, well, it's a big
That get over it is absolute poison. And if anybody thinks by telling people that are going through a crisis to get over it, that you're doing some kind of great deed,
You're
not.
Actually, you're doing damage to that person.
many times you could be doing damage. That is not the answer. When you were hurting over something that happened to you, did you just get over it? Or are you special?
Well,
Right?
there's a lot
You're
of special
special.
people out there.
That you didn't just get over it, you hurt, you suffered. But then if someone else has the same situation you were in, where you hurt, you were suffering, you just tell them, just get over it. Is that what you want to do? Is that smart? Does that make common sense? Is that common sense? Does any of that make sense? If it's you, it's different. But if it's someone else, they need to get over it. No, that's what remembering things, that's where that comes in. Empathy for others. Even if it's something you haven't been through, but you were through other things that hurt. Okay, my friend or my family member or a person I just met is hurting. I didn't go through what they went through, but I went through this, and I know what that felt like. Now you have empathy for the person.
Oh, yeah, you get negative memories from the past that can turn into positive memories.
Of course they can.
Something happened in the past, and you remember it, and you go, I'm going to make this right.
And that
If there
negative
was something
memory,
you did wrong.
like losing a family member or someone you care about.
Yeah.
You don't sit there lingering on that.
No, you can't.
Because you start thinking of the good times. That's what you should think about. They're gone. They're no longer here.
Right.
I will say this, a touchy subject, which is people that were abused by a family member or molested, whatever. Do you want to think about those things? No. But guess what? You also want to not make up for what you went through, but know how that hurt, how you suffered. And when you have children, you want them to be happy and safe because maybe you weren't. That's a touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject, but that's something you can never block out.
No, but you also don't want to
You don't want to dwell on it, but
dwell on
yeah.
it. But then you become a parent and you want to say, hey, you know what I want to give my children? It could be even abuse or, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to have my children have a childhood that was taken from me. I didn't have that childhood that I wanted. So you know what I want to do? I want my children to have the childhood I wish I had had. Memories matter.
That's another example of
Memories matter.
Memories, especially with negative memories, where you can turn around and make it better for others.
Of course.
You don't want others to go through what you
But
went
if you
through.
forget,
Oh, yeah, if you forget. Yeah.
if you deleted them, if you had a parent that was an asshole to you, you deleted those memories. Now you're an asshole to your kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that good?
Huh?
Is that good?
Well, look at what is it? Gary Chapin's
Cats in a Cradle?
Cats in the Cradle. Okay, he was always too busy for his kid, and then his kid grows up and he's too busy for him.
Yeah.
And his kid was always saying, "I'm going to grow. I'm going to be like him."
But the kid was craving dad's attention.
Exactly, he
And
wasn't
then
getting it.
dad, as an older man now, the kid's an adult, was craving his son's attention.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
what happened.
didn't have time for him.
That's a
But
great song if you pay
and that's
really
so common.
good attention to it. Yeah, it's
so
really
common.
really common.
People get caught up in life, and it's a circle of crap, unfortunately.
Basically what it is.
But the reason we want to do this is because I saw this video and it just absolutely angered me. I understand that gives you views. Gives you views on YouTube, to tell people what you think they want to hear. Not beneficial to them, but you're
No.
going to get people that like it.
Yeah.
They like your title. I get it. I get it why you're doing it.
Not only that, there are people that will fall into that category, I guess, that forgetting all your negative experiences in the past is good for you, which it's not. It's just,
No, it's not, because there are going to be times in your life going forward you're going to need those memories
Yep.
to either make better decisions. Listen, we can give a million examples. A million
Or to
examples
deal-
of why those memories are helpful.
Yeah, to deal
Or
with-
to be there for someone else.
Or when life kicks you in the ass.
We can sit here and give a million examples, but I want to get to this point again so we can leave here. Is when I saw this video, it absolutely infuriated me because I knew what it was about. I am going to title this and I'm going to spew shit, but I'm going to get followers. I'm going to get people, maybe not followers, but views. Because I'm going to tell people not what's beneficial, what I think they want to hear right now. Congratulations.
And I can monetize my channel.
But you know what? That's not what we do here. That's not what we do here. Because you know what? We have a website with 170 countries going to our website, which is much bigger than what we do here. This is on a personal level. This is personal here. That's why there's passion here. You lose that passion on a website, you lose that passion in an article,
Yeah, it's not the
but you
same.
know what? Face to face or face to camera, there's passion here because this is important. So when I see garbage like this, it infuriates me. Infuriates me because I understand this, I get it. I know I talk about a lot of things that people right now don't want to hear. They want to hear different things. They want, I hate to say this, but they want sunshine
Lollipops
shoved
and
up
rainbows,
their ass.
yeah.
But that's not life.
No.
That's not reality. That's not recovery. Everything takes work, takes time, and thinking and being realistic and using our minds.
Well, that's a problem. A lot of people
Okay.
just don't want to think, they want a quick fix.
So,
Quick answer.
yeah, the quick fixes are great. I wish everything had a quick fix. So truly, I believe that.
Oh,
I
that'd be
really
great.
wish. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. So, folks, sorry for the interruption with Shannon, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you for watching, and if you can please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate the support, and leave a comment as well if you'd like. We also appreciate that, and share with others. So take care, be well, and we'll talk to you again soon.